Have you ever wished you could see a real live dinosaur? Well, how about settling for its closest remaining relative, the hawk? We are here to talk about this fascinating species with, you know them, Scott Tucker. He's on the left from Expedition New England, and the guy behind the whole operation, his son, Race.
Yeah.
All right? So we know that birds are descendants of dinosaurs, but why are hawks the closest?
Well, technically, the hawk is a raptor.
Oh, I guess that's right, because, yeah, they're hunters.
So when you think of meat-eating dinosaurs, you think of that, you know, like T-Rex.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, hawks will only go after live prey.
All right, so they don't want carrion, they don't want anything that's already been killed, hey?
Nothing. So you're really getting a glimpse into what was happening absolutely, 65 million years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these, some hawks, Race?
Yeah, we've seen red-tailed hawks. My dad saw maybe a Cooper's hawk eating another bird, but I forgot what it was called though.
Well, that's all right. You're way ahead of me already. I got to tell you that, buddy. Where can you catch a hawk sighting? I actually have seen some occasionally here and there, but I haven't made a point to, so I don't know where the hot spots.
The hot spots are up and down our highway system.
That's where I've seen them now that you mention it. So the highways are the hot spot for hawk stalking.
Hawk stalking.
Yeah, you like that, huh? I just made that up. Sorry.
It's a perfect storm of food. People are throwing litter out, half-eaten apples.
Oh,
So
really?
you draw the rodents.
So, okay. So I was going to
rodents are
say, because they don't want the apples, but the rodents go after. So it's an easy. So we can bait the highways, or the side of the highway by chucking out maybe an apple, something that's biodegradable. Interesting. Now you mentioned Race. You mentioned red-tailed hawks. Let's talk about those because we know there's red-tailed hawks and there's red-shouldered hawks, right? We've got some pictures, I think, too, to show, don't we?
We got some
We have video.
videos.
Let's look at the video.
He's standing right on the post. Completely oblivious to us, doesn't even care we're here.
The red-tailed hawk is a carnivore that will only attack live prey, like mice, squirrels, snakes, and other birds. Thanks to their powerful talons and sharp eyes, these apex predators keep balance in the food web here in southern Connecticut. But they are susceptible to harmful toxins and pollution, so we need to keep the environment clean.
Gigantic.
In spite of being cold,
And they seem pretty smart too. I would imagine very good vision.
So sharp.
But I've also noticed, now that I think about it, they don't seem too terribly afraid of us walking types. Again, I mean, if they're near a highway, right? So
Exactly.
And they, I've seen them around a bit. The more I think about it.
Yeah, the hawks are, like I said, they're so well blended that if you're driving along the highway, you're not even going to notice. But look up on the top of the light poles.
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
there.
they do love to sit up there, don't
That's what
they?
they said. It's a perfect perching spot. So our highway systems have created a perfect habitat for them to find their food.
Great feeding ground.
And they love it. And of course, your backyard, your bird feeders are a perfect little spot. They'll look for the weakest bird. They'll go in and they'll pick it off.
That's tougher to watch. I mean, because
It
you're
is.
a nice, sweet little bird. But I guess that's Mother Nature doing her thing. Now, Race, you were mentioning the red-tailed hawk. I understand you guys have video of a red-shouldered hawk.
A red-shouldered hawk, which we needed help to get identified.
Really?
They're so hard to.
All right. Let's throw that video on.
We look up on a power line and there's this incredible raptor. Looks like a red-tailed hawk, but I'm not so foolish to guess. There's too many great birders out there that would have my head. We're gonna get back to the lab and see exactly what this is once we get a chance to analyze it. But this thing is incredible.
The red-shouldered hawk is one of the
So, of course, other than the color, the difference in markings, how does this guy different from the red-tailed hawk?
It is so challenging for us to figure them out unless you can see the back and the wings. But
Yeah.
you've got to get the wings out so you can look underneath the wings. And many times they're just there. You can't see them. So, again, you've got to get some help from some professionals to figure out what you got.
I guess so, right? Yeah. Now, so how many do you, now also Race mentioned Cooper's hawks.
Yeah.
How many different kinds of hawks can we find in Connecticut?
At any given time in New England, in
Yeah.
southern Connecticut, you could be looking out the window in your car and you could see one of 7 different species.
7, okay.
I mean, it's amazing. And you've got red-shouldered, you've got sharp-shinned, you've got the broad-shouldered, you've got Swanson's hawk, the goshawk. It just goes on. It's more about just like recognizing that it is a hawk rather than trying to figure out exactly what it is.
Right.
Get some pictures, and then you
Definitely.
could get some help.
Yeah. Real quickly before we finish up, what can people do to protect them?
The key thing is to actually stop throwing garbage.
Oh, don't not garbage.
Stop throwing like apples and things off the side of the highway. We're starting to see hawks are getting hit because they're coming down to grab a rodent that's crossing the road. Let them be out in the woods.
So don't throw it out unless you have a really good arm. Throw it out way out into a field, I guess. Or am I just being a wise guy? Race and Scott Tucker from Expedition New England, we really appreciate you guys coming in. As always, I love, you guys just get me so engrossed in the animals you talk about.